at some point in your life? Well, okay, great. Think of a time when you had been required to be part of the team. What was the situation? What role did you play on the team, and what was the outcome?
Why should they hire you?
So how did you work with the teams, or were you just an individual in that?
Is there an achievement of which you're really proud of? What is it? Why is it
Describe your work.
How do you establish working relationship with new people?
Is money important to you?
Why is that significant?
Why are you rich?
Where do you expect to be in 5 years?
Why should you hire
Do you consider yourself successful?
Working where? Places will hire you. What particular skills and qualities do you bring?
I just like what qualities do you look for?
Can you give me examples?
Are you a team player? How long have you spent working Good answer. Why should we hire you?
Tell me about a challenging situation that you've been faced with. What was the situation? How did you cope with it?
You're at the top.
How long would you expect to work with us?
What goals do you have in your career?
Why do you think you would do well in this job?
Your life's just been that easy?
Why are you interested?
Is there an achievement of which you
Have you ever an achievement which you're particularly proud of? And what is it? Why is it significant?
What are your favorite What have you learned from your mistakes on the job?
And what is that?
Tell me about your ability to work in a friendship.
leadership and time when you have
What motivates you to do your best?
Tell me a little bit about
What
yourself.
motivates you to do your best work?
Tell me about your ability
what role
What have you learned from What qualities do you look for?
Why did you leave your last job?
actually it was always
Describe your work ethic.
so like Maddie had this
Do you have any experience in the sub-making field?
you guys should
No. You've never made a sub at home?
You had your life to live over again. What is one
Sandwich. It's a little bit of experience better than none. Do you consider yourself
How has
successful?
your education created for your career?
what's your greatest strength?
What were your favorite classes?
So you've had a job before, right? If your coworkers, if I went to ask them, what do you think your coworkers would say about me?
What have you learned from your mistakes?
Is money important?
Are you interested in alcohol?
I'll figure it out. What qualities is your most and least favorite for
What,
your
how long do you think you'd work with us if we were to
Why are
hire
you
you?
interested in our
What do you know about this?
Work for us forever until you're retired?
Is there anything more important?
Okay. Alright, and stop. And we're gonna switch roles. So if you were just getting interviewed, switch to the other seat. If you are the interviewer, step out into the hall. Yeah, you can work on your career paper for the 5 minutes.
Can I go to the McDonald's outside?
And that way I can walk around and check on the other groups.
Give me my water bottle.
Well, there's ever a new player at the moment. Usually I'll introduce myself and I'll ask you what position he plays. Just talking about the position, just have the take maybe last week. And we'll talk about Probably in college, maybe here on the side.
What particular skills and qualities do you think?
Like working on the side when I did Java.
We've got a challenge, so we should do that.
What do you? I haven't watched it all my life. Yeah, I do have pretty knowledge of art
You're almost
Everybody move your chairs over.
I mean, they can share the bands, I'm sure.
Hey, I'm in. Alright guys, can you move the chairs over?
Move your chairs over.
Jordan, don't be lazy though. Yeah, Jordan. Alright, where is the seat that belongs with the staff?
There's a chair over there.
Okay. Thank you, Abby.
Yeah, I did the bottom one.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Oh, we're playing over.
Excuse me, Debbie. Yes, Eric.
What was?
Alright guys, we should not be on Kahoot.
We're not.
Exit out, you are. Exit out. Travis, you can either exit out or get out. I'm done playing.
Oh, I got it.
Actually, my turn.
Yeah, I got it.
Alright. Let Eric. You'll have some time later on, but you've had a lot of time already. Okay. Tomorrow, what are we gonna be doing in here?
Our 60 seconds.
Presenting your 60-second commercials. So I'm gonna give you guys 10 minutes to practice that, maybe add to it. Hopefully your partner, who's just gonna be your elbow partner, the person sitting next to you, hopefully they can help you and actually do help you so that you can actually get the 60 seconds of talking about it. What are some things you need to cover? Can you please not talk while I'm talking? That would be appreciated. Okay. What are some things that you should say in your 60-second commercial? What are some things you should cover? Okay. You want to make sure they know what you're applying for. What else? Your name. You definitely want them to know your name. Some accomplishments that you've had in your life. What are some accomplishments that maybe you guys have had? You know, it's gonna be a little tougher for what? So school things. Does it have to be school related? No, because for me I would have some school, but I'm gonna definitely want to throw in more accomplishments that I've had in my working career than my educational career. If it's something that's an accomplishment that's worth noting, yes, you could mention your GPA. Okay, anything else, please put the phone away.
Do we put in like good qualities of ourselves, or is there some?
What do you mean by good qualities about yourself?
Like,
Okay, so those are transferable competencies, then yes. Those would be things that you'd wanna mention, some of your skills. You know, you guys might have to be a little more skills-based since you don't have a whole lot of experience, just like with your resumes. Alright, so I'm gonna give you 10 minutes to either work on your document to improve it or to practice it with a friend. That doesn't mean 10 seconds to, or 10 minutes to play a game. It doesn't mean 10 minutes to work on something else. It means 10 minutes to work on your 60-second commercial, so there's no excuses tomorrow of someone saying, I'm not ready, because that means you get a 0. If you don't present tomorrow, you get a 0. Yes.
We're gonna like hold a paper and we just gotta come up with it.
You just gotta go up and do it on your own.
Can we
So,
hold it paper if we want?
no, you cannot. Alright, and yes, you will be upstanding, and no, I will not let you use paper. What?
Please my phone. Memorize it.
You want to? Yeah, it's about yourself. You should be able to memorize it.
Jordan.
Or you can just start
Jordan.
talking.
Yeah, Jordan.
Don't do this.
Nope. I'm expecting you guys to have it memorized. That's why we've been practicing it over and over, so that you have it memorized. When you're playing basketball, do you have a list of the plays out there with you on a piece of paper? No. Well, maybe they don't run it, but sometimes they wing it. Well, sometimes in that, like when you're in a job interview, you don't want to be sitting there reading something. You'll look silly.
So I can wing it.
But hopefully you're practicing it beforehand.
I'll wing it.
You can wing it, doesn't mean you'll get a good grade.
Anytime I wing it, I'm gonna get a good grade.
There's a little bit of leeway. What are we working on? Okay, so I emailed, one of the days you were gone, I emailed something to you guys called
Alex Reed,
that one.
and me.
So read through the instructions and you're gonna prepare it and then tomorrow you'll get up and present it. Alright, we're not playing on our phones.
Like Siski.
Do I have to take your phones from you?
Yeah. Take that one. That was always wrong.
What's your name again? How do you say his last name?
Who? I would say Zedin. Would be how I would go. Yep, you can start.
Oh, I spelled it wrong.
Really? You put ZE?
What?
Do you want us to like talk through the other side?
You wanna try to get just as close to 60 seconds as possible? No.
Let's go first. Are you ready? No, I just heard you say.
I wouldn't say that you don't have accomplishments. I just would mention that and just talk about your experiences and then focus heavier on your transferable competencies and any skills. You look good. Alright. Luke? No.
I enjoy sniffing.
Siski. Go to the bathroom.
I mean, if it's relating, you guys help me come up with a list of some questions that you should not ask in an interview. So what are some questions that you should not ask during an interview? How much money am I gonna make? Why don't you wanna ask that? Sounds greedy, sounds like that's all you care about, and it actually, you know, you'll worry about that once you get hired and you're in salary negotiations. Okay, what's another question you might not want to ask? What? How long the interview will take? Makes it seem like you're in a hurry and don't want to be there. You know, so don't sit there and go, you know, if you ask, are they gonna be nice? You know, of course that employer's gonna say, yeah, everyone here is nice. Okay, what's another one that maybe you should ask? Joel?
Did I get the job?
Did I get the job? Yeah, they'll let you know. You know, wait for them to get a hold of you on that. What's another question that you probably don't want to ask? What job am I applying for? Or what's the name of this company? Because then you look like you didn't do any research. Okay? Any other ideas of jobs? Yes.
What position am I applying for?
If we just said that.
Pay attention.
I heard.
Okay. Anyone have another idea? Devin, try to come up with questions. Should you ever? Do you want to not ask any? No, you want to try to come up with something. You know, come up with some sort of question to ask, so it makes yourself seem interested and seem intelligent that you're able to come up with a question. If you're just like, oh no, I'm good, they might think you're not interested or just not smart enough to come up with anything. All right, so let's read through the article. We'll just start with Emily and go down the line. Each person gets paragraphs. So, Emily, and we're starting here at many job seekers.
Oh, is that the paragraph I have to read?
Yeah, it's underneath the Joe Conup Next Avenue contributor.
Okay. Many job seekers focus
doing a job interview. You are interviewing that place of employment or that interviewer as much as they are interviewing you. You want to make sure that it's a good fit for you. So you've got to ask questions, come up with questions to ask them. And one thing you also want to realize that when you're going for a job interview, they're worried about you rejecting them as much as you're worried about them rejecting you. Because they're interviewing, they took the time, they looked through your stuff. You've obviously got some skills and the credentials that they're looking for. They brought you in for a reason. So they're hoping that they're finding their next, next employee of the month or whatever. And so they're interviewing and hoping that they're impressing you as well. So they're just as nervous as you are. And that's hard to get through to your mind because you will be nervous on job interviews, but those interviewers are nervous about being rejected because they don't want to offer you